It's another delicious and very exciting day here in the Let's Make Food from Food kitchen. And why is that, Michelle? Why? Look at my brand new kitchen. I am finally mostly unpacked and settled. I still have a lot of stuff to put away, but I was very excited to get my kids' room settled and my kitchen so that I could come back and start making full-length videos. My rental that I was in for a little while served its purpose, but the kitchen was kind of hard to work in and it was very orange. So I'm very excited to be here, and we are going to make a chicken pasta salad so that if you're going to a 4th of July party, by the way, coming up, happy 4th of July, everybody, be safe. And this is a great dish to bring. It's got a carb, it's got your protein and vegetables all in one. It travels fairly well. Just, you need to keep it chilled is the only thing. So just work that out and you're good to go. Lots of fresh ingredients here. So this is what you need to get started. For the dressing, you'll need 1/2 cup olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon zest, 1/4 cup fresh squeezed lemon juice, 2 teaspoons honey, 1 teaspoon thyme, 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 3 cloves of minced garlic, 1/2 teaspoon pink Himalayan salt, and pepper to taste. For the pasta salad, 1 pound penne pasta cooked to directions, 1 pound boneless skinless chicken thighs grilled and chopped, 5 strips of bacon cooked and chopped, 10 ounces of halved grape tomatoes, 3 or 4 green onions sliced, 1 cup shredded Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup fresh chopped basil, Celtic Sea salt to taste, and pepper. And if you like, a little extra basil and Parmesan cheese for garnish. Now I've got my water already going. It's not boiling yet, but don't forget to salt that water before you get your pasta in. So wait for that water to come to a boil, and then you're gonna add your salt. Then you will add your pasta and cook it. I like al dente for pasta salads because it stands up longer. Especially if you're gonna make this the day before, which you can absolutely do. You can absolutely make this the day before. So we're gonna get our pasta going. I've already taken my chicken. This is chicken that I grilled. I actually have my grill set up, so you guys are gonna start seeing some videos where I grill things. I'm so excited, you guys, I'm so happy. So I did a couple of pounds of chicken thighs, which you can do the day before if you're having chicken thighs for dinner. Just grill some extra to make this pasta dish for the next day or the day after, and you're already set. You're cooking it once instead of twice, so that makes it easier. I have some basil from my garden and some green onions. I just have a little container garden going at the new house right now, still setting everything up, but I love using the fresh stuff. The bacon is not mine, but I do have a link down below for how to make your own bacon. I have done it, and I just have not reset myself up with some of those stocks. This Dijon mustard, though, this is fresh made, and I will put a link for that. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna set myself up to, I've gotta prepare my herbs, slice my tomatoes, chop up the bacon, get that cooking, and get the pasta cooking. So let's get cracking. Okay, so now while I've got my water heating, I chopped up my bacon, and I wanna get my pans heated up, I'm gonna start assembling the dressing. So we're gonna put in our olive oil. I need to get one of those smaller mixing bowls. Do you guys have a favorite? Let me know what it is down below in the comments. What's your favorite like brand or type of bowl? Do you like the little glass ones? Thyme, Dijon, salt, pepper, and honey. And this is that honey I got from Dawn's Market in Gallatin. All right, we're gonna crush our garlic, if I can get, that one's big, if I can get it in there. Okay, I like a lot of garlic. If you want less garlic, just use less garlic. It's been a while since I said it, so I'm gonna remind you, I have always believed that recipes are meant to be played with, adjusted to your flavor. There is no right or wrong recipe when it comes to things like this. Now, there are some exceptions. Baking can be very finicky, and you should follow recipes there. But when it comes to things like dishes like this, play with it, play with the flavors, get what you like. I'm in such a good mood, I love it. Okay, because I'm in such a good mood because this is one of my favorite places to be, is here in this kitchen. Okay, I kind of love this because you can, in this one tool, both zest with the top and juice with one dish. So I need about a teaspoon of zest, and I am just gonna work this on here until I get it, and then put that in there. And And here's the beauty of it. I don't need to fish the zest out because I'm just gonna mix it in there anyway. So I am just gonna let the zest go in there and then I'll juice my lemon. I just need about 1/4 of a cup. So that, this one feels heavy. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be half this lemon will get me 1/4 of a cup, or close to it. Okay, now it's time to take a break. I like to multitask in my kitchen, and it's time to take a pause from this and toss the bacon into the pan that is now preheated. So let's go do that. Have I mentioned how much I love my new gas stove? I love my new gas stove. All right, so I'm just gonna stir this up. My water's almost boiling, but I'm not gonna put my salt in until it boils. I don't wanna change the temperature of my boiling water. So I'm gonna finish with my lemon here, and it should be time to do that, and then I can stir my bacon again. I am happy with that. So I'm just gonna scrape off the bottom. Don't do that to the top where it's sharp, but cut yourself. Ask me how I know. Oh, I cut it in half. I'm thinking I might end up having to use the whole lemon. Let's find out. Oh yeah, it felt heavier. I don't think I might not even get a whole 1/4 cup out of this. I might have to resort to a second lemon. I won't make this up with you though. I'll just grab it and do it. Okay, so this is good to go. I'm gonna let that drip for a sec. Oh, right on the nose. But it took the whole thing. It took the whole lemon, not half of it. So I was wrong. I can admit it. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna stir our bacon and then add about a tablespoon of kosher salt to my water. Let's toss in our pasta. Okay, so the pasta's going. We're gonna cook it al dente. I'm gonna add the lemon juice to the rest of the dressing, stir that in, and then I'm gonna start working on my herbs. Okay, so I have the basil and I have the green onion, and I just got this set and I put a video out about it recently for these fabulous scissors. This is the reason I bought this set, but the rest of them I really like. And you literally just look at how fast this goes. So I'm gonna put the link back down below for you. Get a pair, get the set, I love it. It just saves so much chopping time, and then it has the little tool to clean out the tines if you need it. And done. Ta-da! So, oh, the cap has the tool. You have to open it. The cap has the tool to just clean out the onion that's in the tines. There we go. Done. And now for the basil. There's another tool in here. I'm not sure it's gonna work for the basil, but let's try it together and we can make an opinion. Okay, so you're supposed to take your herb, find the hole that kind of matches. That looks like basil right there. So I'm gonna stick it in here and pull it through and see what happens. That's not bad. That got most of it. Okay, it doesn't all fall off though. I don't like to waste, so I'm gonna pluck. Okay, that's faster than plucking it by hand, so I gotta give it to him for that. Let's see. Oh, see, it gets the top ones really well, but it's kind of shredding these bigger ones on the bottom if it's not bunched up. So it seems like maybe you gotta pull the ones off the bottom and then do the top. It does still seem to save a little time. Yeah, okay. And then I can show you the other cleaner. So I'm just gonna carefully, without cutting myself, chop it up. I'm just gonna move these off to the side. Where's my bench knife? You guys, that's the downfall to the new kitchen, is I put stuff away, but I have to find it once I put it away. It was in a pile. I hadn't even put it away yet, because I have, you guys, I have these bigger knives and they don't fit in my drawer, the little one, and they don't fit in my butcher block. I gotta figure out where to put them. Okay, so last we just need to do our tomatoes. And you can have them, you can quarter them, however you wanna do it, it's up to you. I think what I'm gonna do, well, maybe not. I was just gonna move it, but now I'm not. There's our timer. Okay, I already have a colander set, so I'm just gonna turn off my burner. That's hot. Gas stove goes hotter. Now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pour this in my colander, and I'm gonna rinse it with really cold water. I want my pasta to be cooled off before I want my pasta to be cooled off and fully drained before I move on to the next step. So as you're rinsing the pasta, just move it around with your hands, get it nice and chilled, and then let it drain. And as it drains, you want to keep shaking it because as the pasta lays this way, the water's not going to come out of the center. We don't want water in the center, we want our dressing in the center. And that's one of the reasons we use this type of pasta. The penne pasta has the grooves, and that will hold on to some of the dressing instead of falling off of it, which is also why you don't use oil in your water when you boil pasta. I hope you're not doing that, are you? You're using salt, right? If you use oil to cook your pasta in the pasta water, it makes the pasta slippery so your sauces won't stick to it. We're almost to the exciting part. I need to get out a big bowl so that I can begin putting everything together, but I am gonna wait a few minutes for that pasta to get really well drained. Okay, so now I'm gonna take all of the pasta and put it in my bowl here. And then I'm gonna take my dressing and pour it in. Just scraping it out. Now, this next part is importante. Important. You're gonna stir in your dressing and you're gonna let it sit on your pasta for about 10 minutes before you add the rest of the ingredients. Why is that? Because you want the pasta to soak up those flavors before you add the rest of your ingredients, because your tomatoes have moisture. That's going to add to it. Your chicken's already seasoned with whatever you cooked it with. I personally use like garlic, salt, thyme, sometimes lemon. So my chicken already has seasoning on the chicken, and I want that flavor to kind of stand on its own. So I want the pasta to pick up those beautiful flavors we just created. So set a timer, 10 minutes, and then we'll come back. Okay, our 10 minutes is up. I did stir this a few times to keep it rotating through because a lot of the liquid will fall to the bottom until the pasta has absorbed enough of it. So now we just add the rest of the ingredients. I'm just gonna toss in the tomatoes, the chicken, the bacon, parmesan, and the herbs. Okay, now we can hit it with a little fresh cracked pepper. There is a little in the sauce, but I'm gonna toss in a little more because that's to my taste. You do what you want. This is the Celtic Sea salt. My friend Lisa in South Carolina is a big fan of this and turned me onto it, and it enhances the taste of any dish and provides a natural balance of minerals and trace elements, and it's free from pesticides, herbicides, and all that stuff. Anyway, I tried it at her house when we were making some food and really liked it. So I'm gonna use this. I ordered it, it showed up the other day, and I thought to myself, well, now I get to use it in my dishes. It's really good, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little on. It is a coarser salt, so you have to be careful because you could bite into a big coarse piece. So that's all I'm gonna use for now, but you can always add more later as people eat it and they go, oh, I want some more salt, just hand them that one. Hand them that one, they'll love it. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this up, and it looks beautiful, you guys. This is a really pretty dish. So I'm just checking the bottom to make sure that there's not a pocket of pasta hiding that didn't get mixed in. And then this is ready to go. You can serve it up and then top it with more Parmesan cheese and basil if you'd like, or just leave it the way that it is. You could reserve the bacon crumbles and crumble that on top instead of mixing it in. I like to do it this way because then it's throughout on the flavors. So now I'm gonna be a big girl and just take it right out of the big bowl before I make a pretty plate. I want to taste it before I put it in dishes because I want to adjust any flavors if I feel the need before I put it in a dish. This is delicious the way that it is. I'm gonna let it rest for a little while. I think it might need a little more lemon zest, something citrusy, but the flavors develop. So I'm gonna let it sit for an hour. I can decide to do that, or I can leave it. Adjust your flavors once it's done to your taste. Thanks for joining me here today in the brand new Let's Make Food from Food Kitchen for another kitchen adventure. Have a delicious day.
Let's one board.